Warning, F-bombs are armed and will probably be dropped in short order. I am wearing my Union infantry hooded sweatshirt. Not a random choice. It's come to my attention that today's protests, um, they took over the Capitol building. I have to admit, I'm not okay with that. All right. I'm even less okay with the circumstances that led up to this. Last summer's riots, November in general, the lying, pathological lying. The left is actually lying at times when the truth would have been so much more useful. And you wonder why we don't respect you anymore? It really is that simple. Okay, I'm not okay with the takeover of the Capitol building. That was definitely a bridge too far. But you know what? These protests were actually peaceful. No buildings got burned to the ground. And seeing as how the left established a standard of three murders and one building being burned down as six buildings being burned down as still peaceful, this was well within the peaceful realm. Don't fucking lie to me. There's an old policeman's adage, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. The left has been pissing on our heads and telling us it's raining for the last 4 years. Don't give me this shit about uh, instigating violence, because I still remember the limo. You've conveniently forgotten the limo that you set on fire on inaugural day. You forgot about the 2 weeks of riots before that. Don't tell me that this is some new thing. You've been doing this for the last 4 years. Here's a cute little detail. Since you want to talk about instigating violence, November 4th it begins. Oh, we don't want to talk about that, do we? Well, I do. I know that there were actual riots. So there you go. I know one was in Austin, Texas, of all places. Flag on the play. Austin, Texas is the redheaded stepchild of Texas. All right, and every state's got one. It's that weird kid that never would grow up, dyed his hair orange, and declared himself trans because that's the cool in thing, right? Austin is Texas's problem child. A riot in Austin, Texas. That's pretty bad. I mean, you have to literally have planned for this riot 2 weeks in advance, planned on going just to riot or something, because there's nobody there to fight except the cops. I'm just saying. Minneapolis, Minnesota, burned to the ground. Kenosha, burned to the ground. People murdered in both of those cities. And I'm not talking about the uh, um, the kid with the AR-15. I'm not talking about him. There's a reason why he's not being charged now. It was the most blatant case of self-defense I think I've ever heard of. The guy who should have been charged with attempted murder give him his due. He earned this. When he was shot, he managed to retain control of his weapon after missing half of his arm. All right, I can respect that. He also should have been charged with attempted murder. NFCA, NFAC rather, is a criminal organization. Why are they running free still? Whatever. You know what? That's above my pay grade. I want to say something else to the leftists out there who were rioting all through the summer and shooting people and trying to blow up a detention center with over 200 migrants in it that you supposedly were there to liberate or some shit like that. DC is the battered wife hitting back. You literally forced this situation. Do not give me some shit about no Trump, no riots. This is exactly the scenario you wanted, and now you're getting it. Congratulations. All right. So I'm done with fucking around. Today was the first shots from Fort Sumpter in response to the shelling. For those of you that don't know, the American Civil War started with the shelling of Fort Sumpter. Sumter never fired back for reasons which will never be fully clear. They chose to hold their fire. Colonel Anderson specifically chose to hold fire. This time around, the Colonel Andersons of the world chose not to hold fire. They marched on Washington. They took over the Capitol building. They're done. This game is over. They are fighting back. When this crisis comes to my town, I will be fighting because I will not have a choice. You have taken my ability to have a choice away from me. And yes, I am still ready. My local sheriff knows my address. He knows my feelings about the militia, the sheriff's militia specifically. And when they come here, I'm pretty sure I'm in that first speed dial group. If I'm not, I'm in the second speed dial group. He may have concerns about my neck injury. That's it. That's the way it is. You wanted this crisis, and now you got it. Congratulations. The rest of you, keep calm, and sure carry on. And if you can stay out of this crisis, try. Because there are people like me who aren't normal. I've got nothing to lose, so what the hell? Why not? There are people who are absolutely pathologically evil. They created this crisis and now they got it. And there are people that are fighting for something. That's the three percenters, the Oath Keepers, Patriot Prayer. There are people that are getting into this fight just because, what the hell, why not? They're tired of being hit and beaten and pepper sprayed. What was the other one? Oh, curb stomped. That was it. They're tired of that. They're going to fight back just because what the hell? I'm going to get my ass beat anyway. I might as well. That's the Proud Boy types. You made this crisis. Congratulations. You got it. Yeah. For those of you tuning in late to this game, do not think that just because they're leftists that they don't know what a gun is. They do. John Brown Club makes a point of it to brag about their guns. I'm not horribly impressed, but I'm not horribly unimpressed. At least they know which end goes bang. And as the Danielson, Aaron Danielson murder uh, so aptly demonstrates, they're going to shoot to kill from now on. You're not fighting for your country, you're fighting for your life. They will murder you just for walking out of the wrong restaurant. I don't mean that this is a Trump supporter restaurant. I mean, you walked out of that restaurant and you just happened to be where they've decided to shoot up today, or walking into it, or whatever. So, yeah, keep calm and mandatory carry on because you don't have any choice anymore.